And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the True Life Podcast. We are here with an amazing individual, a great artist, and a friend of mine. I think he's one of the best guys slinging ink in California, but that's my opinion. I'm a little biased.
Thank you,
Leo
thank you.
Roman, coming out of, why'd you tell people a little bit, tell them your name, where you're at, and what you're up to, man?
Well, born in Mexico, raised in Houston, Texas. Now currently I'm in California, Santa Rosa. You know, yeah, I've been in the industry of tattooing about I want to say 11 years. Yeah, and I'm here.
Yeah,
Thank
absolutely,
God.
man. Yeah, exactly, exactly. I was talking to some friends of mine just about some other artists that I know, and it reminds me of a conversation that you and I had about kind of being a man and being an artist. Like you got to take your licks a little bit. You got to go through life, and you got ups and you got downs, but it's those tough times in life that kind of make you the man you are right now.
Yes, sir.
If you wouldn't mind sharing, man, what can you tell us a little bit about your past, how you got into being a tattoo artist, and maybe some of the bumps and bruises along the way?
Yeah, well, you know, uh, I was a teenager back then. I was like what 16, 17. I remember I bought my first tattoo kit. It was kind of cheap. It was like from China. It was just. I mean, you can't really do much with those things. Now that I know like what's the a real tattoo
Yep.
machine to something that they just want to make money off, right? So yeah, I just basically started tattooing my friends, and it was something to just kill time and have fun with it. I didn't take it seriously though. I was just playing with it. Then being a young kid, young and dumb, right? Like I used to say back then. Uh, you know those stages of age when you think you know it all.
Yeah.
I got in trouble, uh, and I got incarcerated when I was like 18. That's whenever I was waiting for my time, right, to get sentenced, and when I did got sentenced, uh, I went to prison, and that's how it really started. That's how I was like, okay, so I'm gonna be here for a good minute. I gotta really do something for me, for
Yeah.
myself, and not go out there and commit, the same stuff
Yep.
or do the same stuff that I used to do back then, which is gonna land me back to this place.
Yep.
So yeah, inside is a whole different ball game. You got the clippers. You gotta buy yourself a clipper and take the little motor off and make a homemade tattoo machine. And yeah, I just with my celly. I remember my celly. I was like, hey, what's up, man? Let's do this. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, let
Yeah.
me borrow your badge. Let me borrow your badge for a little bit, man. I got you. Once I learn, once I get everything straight, I'll fix it if anything.
Yep.
Yeah, he was cool. He was this dude from Texas, from close to the borderline. Uh, he was from that area, and so he was so light complected, man. Yeah, we got it in there, man.
That's what it
And
takes. Yeah. I'm always fascinated. Like it seems like the best, no matter what field you're in, if you're an artist, if you're a computer hacker, if you can make do with the bare minimum, the best people out there start with almost nothing and
yes,
they
sir.
make it work. And then when they get the
Yeah,
right tools, like watch out, man, because
yeah.
they know how to
They're
make it
ready.
work.
They're ready to go. Right, right. Yeah, I mean, I think that if you really love something, and if you really get with like small tools, not professional, you got to make it work. If you really got the mind to it and the
Yep.
love, right?
Yep.
And if you really, yeah, if you're really creative, you can do all kinds of things, man.
Yeah. See, I think that's a philosophy for life. Like if you make it through tough times like that and you can make it through with the least amount, it doesn't matter if you're tattooing or if you're in a relationship or if it's with your kids, like you have that
Right?
mindset of like, look, I only got this, but I'm gonna make it work and I'm gonna make it the
Yes,
best I
sir.
possibly can. That's success right there.
Yeah, yes, sir. Even with the small things, man. If you're happy with that, what else can you ask? There's a lot of people out there that got everything, but they're missing one thing.
Yep. Yeah,
which
the
is
biggest thing possible. A little respect for
yeah,
themselves.
right. And
Yeah.
sometimes what we have, we're not so much appreciated because we want more. But there's people out there that really, they ain't got nothing, man, and we gotta be grateful. Sometimes I think about that, and the people that I met during my time I did, it was they were gonna be there like for 40, 20 years, even 50 years, and that makes you think, like, damn, man, I'm blessed.
Yep.
I'm blessed to have this little time to do and learn so much from these people, and that's something that I don't know, only not many people can say, right?
Yeah.
Not many people can say that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
man.
think I think it's amazing that, in life you get shown sometimes a teacher shows up in the least likely place, man. And to get to have people around you that have gone through experiences, and you can look at someone and be like, hey, that could be me. I could be this guy. And
Right,
but this,
right.
or I could be someone else. And right now I can change my ways, or I can learn. And like those opportunities are always around us, man, regardless of where you are. And it's just fascinating for me to see the way life works, even though we're different races or different colors or different countries, whatever, man. Like we all
Yeah,
have this
man.
same ability to
Right,
learn and get
right.
better. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
we all.
yeah, I agree,
Yeah,
man. I think that I wanted to, before we start getting into some pictures, man. I put up some sick ones, man. I think you're gonna like them. But
yeah.
before we get into that, I want to tell everybody I got some work done from Leo, and this is one thing that set him apart from every other tattoo artist I've been. And I've got some good ones, man. I've been to Richie Lucero at Black Cat. I've been with Rebel Martinez up out of Sacramento.
Okay.
And one thing that I saw you do different is when I contacted you, you got back to me, and then what was different than anything, I was like, hey, I want to get done early. You're like, no problem. What time you want? And I was like, what can you do? You were like 8 in the morning. And then when I met you, man, you were all business. You were like, dude, let's get down to business, George. I'm not here to
Right.
play around, man. Let's do this.
Yeah,
And
we were just my bad. I didn't
yeah,
mean to interrupt. We were just talking about that right now. I just came from the shop. I started today at 6. Due to my client, his time was kind of messed up, and we started early, man. I woke up at 5. Got there at 5:20, and then we,
yep,
we got we got rocking and rolling at 6, man. And we stopped at 10 because I knew I had this.
yep,
I had this with you, man. I was waiting for it, man.
yeah. Me too. I'm excited, man.
Yeah.
I I hope people take time to check out your Instagram, and we're gonna put all those links down below so people can check them all out when we're done with this, where they can find you, how they can reach you,
All right, all
and
right.
you know, I just admire that in a professional. It's like, dude, let's get done early. What you need, and it was so accommodating. And more than that, one thing I've found too with anybody that gets ink, especially if you're gonna get like a long piece, somewhere between 5 or 7 hours, like you're sitting down with somebody and you are going to learn about that person. You're gonna be in a relationship with that person, and it's almost like therapy a little bit.
Right, 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 right. It's really something. Uh, damn, it's amazing. How things work. I love what I do, man, because it gives me a chance to kind of you know feel something than just tattooing. I could just we can sit down and talk.
Yep,
Conversate and relate to
yep,
stuff that we live through these ages. I mean, nowadays, man, it's this era. It's different, man. And
yeah,
yeah, like I said, man, it's something amazing. I mean, I
yep,
love what I do. Don't get me wrong,
yeah,
man. I love what I do, man. And if I can have my client, come with some stress and then just walk out without that stress, man, that makes my day. You know what I'm saying?
yep, yep.
Yeah, man.
It's like you're fulfilling multiple roles. Like, like I've been to a lot of counseling in my life. And when you sit down with someone, you sit down with somebody for like a couple hours and you got eye contact and you're sharing something. But when you sit down with a tattoo artist, like you're talking about real artwork, and it's like a rite of passage, man. You're going to go through some pain, you're going to go through some joy, and you're going to leave there with something that you have forever. And so is that relationship. Like, that relationship you have with someone, that's forever, man. It's going to be on your body.
Right,
And
right, right, right. For sure, man. It's I don't know. Like I said, right. It's like therapy, right?
yep, it
Right. It's
is.
like therapy in another level, man.
Yep. Nice, man. Well, dude, I got some pictures. I want to bring up a couple, And I started with a couple sleeves to a couple chest pieces, and then we'll bring it into some back pieces. But I thought as I brought them up, you could kind of tell me about each one and maybe what you like about them and what you learned from them, and just kind of fill in the crowd about them. So let me bring this up
Okay.
here. All right. Can you see this on your side over there?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. Why don't you tell us about this piece right here?
Oh man, that's video of my boy Cairo. Uh, he might be watching us soon, huh?
Yeah,
Uh,
absolutely.
he's a great dude, man. He's been through a lot too, man. As you can see, he got a bunch of tattoos.
Yep.
He's
Yep.
basically covered from, I mean, everything. Even his head, his
Right.
face. He's really he does plumbing, man. He's a really good person, man.
This piece is
And
like a little.
that piece right there,
Yeah.
man, it comes from our culture, man. I think it's Aztec and Maya. Uh, it's really from our roots.
Yep.
He's all into that, man. If you can see, there's some other tattoos
Yeah.
that's it's a lot of cultura, as we say in Spanish, you
Right.
know. And that's the Dia de los Muertos. That's the Dia de los Muertos type.
Right.
I don't know if you know about that, like Day of the Dead.
Right. They celebrate the lives of
Yeah,
everybody
they
who lost.
celebrate that. Yeah, they celebrate that. According to our relatives that passed away.
Yep. Yep.
That's how supposedly we get to when it's that day, you kind of turn some candles and go visit them into the graves, and it's something I guess you can say spiritual
Yeah.
for a lot of people, man. But yeah, he's a great dude, man. He's been through a lot too, man, and he's a warrior, man, in life, as he said, man, when he was getting that peace.
Right.
That's what he relates that to, man, because he's been through a lot. If you can, well, in person, man, you can see his face. He got a lot of cuts and stuff, man.
Right.
like a real warrior type, right? But
Yeah.
in
Exactly.
life, man.
I always find it amazing how like the artwork that people bring, they kind of say a lot about the person. The way you explain this guy like a warrior, and then you look at that piece on his arm, and I'm sure he's got some other ones that kind of show the same story. But it's so amazing how the right tattoo, like that piece, fits that guy. You know what I mean? Like that's
Right,
part of
right, right,
him.
right, right. Yeah,
What?
man.
What's up? How long does a piece like that take?
That took I want to say about 6 hours. It's a big piece.
That is
He's a big dude, man. He's a big dude, so it's pretty big, pretty
the
big. It's a
detail
big,
on there. The detail on there is tight, man. Like
yeah.
the eyes in particular, man. Like that's one part I like about your black and gray and photorealism is always the eyes, man. I feel like those eyes are following me wherever I look at them. You know what I mean?
Right, right. Yeah, everybody likes them eyes, man. It's one thing about them eyes, man. That's what it comes from your soul.
Yeah.
It's what makes you like that's you right there. Imagine without the eyes, it's like a soulless person type, huh?
Yep. Yep. What? Like how did you get to the point? Like where do you when you look at the piece? Do you know what it's going to look like as you're doing it, or do you see it forming? Like what goes through your mind, man? Like when you're doing a piece like that.
Whoa, damn. I like the expressions, you know what I'm saying? I
Right.
like to for them to be like almost alive type. Well, basically, I just work my stencil, and if I gotta change something, I'll do it once I'm already on the skin, and I can pretty much add a little bit of texture into the face or skulls, heart. I mean, but if you see in the heart, you can see like veins running through the
Yeah.
heart.
Wait,
Uh,
is that different gauges you use, or like what kind? How many different kinds of needles are you
yeah,
switching through?
it's I want to say it was like 4 different cartridges.
Mm,
Uh, shaders, basically shaders. I use 13 mag. 30, it's 13 needles, and
man,
liners. I use a 3 liner and a 7 liner. And then once I do everything, I come back with the white for the highlights.
right?
And yeah, I mean, I'm always satisfied once I get to see the piece done, and I can tell my client, hey, go check it out, and
Yeah.
yeah, man. I don't finish until I see that it's on point.
Yeah. That's a great like. And the same thing happened when I was with you, man. It's like it's not over until you look me in the eyes and I'm satisfied. You know what I mean? Like
Right, right,
that, dude.
right.
That's such a cool touch too. It's like this personal touch. Like, is it good? Let me know. Is it go? We
Let me
done?
know, man. If you want me to
Yeah.
touch something up,
Yep.
I got,
Yep.
I got you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was okay. I'm gonna move on to the next one here. This is just a different. This is the same piece, but like a different lens on it. This week you can see a little bit the black and gray without the filter on there, and
Right, 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 right. Well,
it's.
the thing about the picture, it was the other one was taken outside,
I see.
and that was in the middle of the session. We stopped, kind of took a little break.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, and then I kind of cleaned it up and took a picture of it.
Yeah.
The process, that's the process of going through the paint,
Right.
what we call it right now, the therapy.
The therapy, right? Right. This is when you're solving
Hmm.
some problems right here, working through some of those tough areas,
Yeah,
the little
man, and
blockages.
basically he since he's been through a lot, man. He always got these pointers of views, and he gives me advices of how to do certain stuff in my house. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because he knows
Right.
about plumbing, he knows about fixing things, and
Right.
he'll be like, man, I just look like this. I'm like, yeah, man, you look like a gang member, man. But nah, man, he knows a lot, man. He knows
Yeah.
a lot, man. I want to say it.
Yeah.
He reads a lot. He tells me he reads a lot, man. He knows a lot. If you ask him about politics and shit, yeah, politics and all that, man, he knows. You know,
Right. Yeah.
yeah,
That's
and
one
and,
thing.
and that's amazing. It's
It is.
because you might see a somebody like that in the streets, you could be like, oh man, he's a dangerous dude. He's a gang member. You don't know. You don't know that. You can't just judge a book by its cover. That's kind of harsh, man, to do.
Yeah. It seems like I live in Hawaii, and in Hawaii, there's a lot of different cultures. And, I know a lot of the Japanese culture, like when they see a guy with tattoos, they automatically have this, hey, look at this beautiful girl over here. They automatically have this
Yeah, it's my
idea.
baby girl,
What's her name?
Leah.
Oh, what's up,
She's
Leah?
hola, mami.
Yeah.
She just woke up.
Yeah, she with her dad, man. Yeah. So these different cultures, they have different ideas of what tattoos mean. And where I grew up, where you grew up, they might mean something different. And I
Right,
I wish everybody would just, maybe not judge a book by its cover. Maybe start judging the artwork about how good it is instead
right,
of,
right, right. Yeah, of course.
nice. Let me move on to this next one over here. All right. So this one's kind of at least a half sleeve. I don't know. I don't see it come all
Yeah,
the way up, but
right, right. That's a nice piece. I remember we talked about how he crossed the border, man, and he almost died. Yeah, and I guess that's one of the tests that the time, man. The time it's
right.
what? Yeah, man. He said he was out there like for a couple of days, in the heat and no water. They got laws and all types of things, man. It's kind of hard, to get on somebody's shoes and be like, damn,
Yep.
because a lot of
Yep.
people they can talk about it and but not too many can make it.
Yep.
My uncle passed. He passed away. Same thing happened to him. He uh he got deported, right, and then he tried to cross back, and he didn't make it, man. They found him out there, all like 7 days later.
Man.
Yeah. So that
I'm
tattoo right
sorry.
there, yeah, man. Nah, it's crazy. That tattoo right
Yep.
there is kind of, he about the client, man. Yeah.
It's amazing to see that tattoo and then hear that story because when you look at that tattoo, you can see it's time. You know what I mean? And then he's got the eye like he's always watching. I'm sure people are watching down on him the same way he looks up at the sky. People are looking down on him. So when you see that
Right.
piece,
Right.
you can see the. I got in my mind. I got the story. It's a sick
Yeah.
piece, man.
Yeah, and we kind of spoke about that piece, like as far as the clock and the sand,
Yep.
running out of time. and everything on, in a certain
Yeah.
time. If he never got found, or if he was out there for more days,
Yep.
who knows what could have happened.
See, I like pieces like that where, you can look down at it and all of a sudden there's all this meaning that rushes into your mind. All of a sudden you remember those tough times. So
Right.
you look down at that piece on your arm. You might be in a difficult situation, but you remember you've been through tougher times, and I, I think people should like that's what I would like people to understand is there's a connection between the tattoo, the
Yeah.
individual, and the artist. It's like
Right.
a rite
Right.
of passage there, man.
Yeah, man. You always leave something,
Yeah,
and like a memory and something good, and about that you can leave it and kind of, talk about it, and afterwards feel good about it. Like, damn,
yeah,
we can relate to certain things, and that's something amazing, man. That,
it
of
is.
tattooing, and what it does to people, and what it does to me, because I come home happy and stuff,
Yep,
knowing that, I'm still here, with my family, my little girl,
yep.
yeah.
All right, hey Leo, I got some guests that are asking some questions, man. You ready to handle a couple questions from the audience?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is from our friend Meow over here. See what we got. She says that some people say that anyone who inks themselves can curse themselves. If like it kind of goes back to the different
Yeah.
ideas, you know what I mean? I could see that
Right,
side
right,
of it, but I
right.
guess you could still say that people who so it's an interesting point. And let me bring up another one that they put up right here, and it kind of fits with this same one. And then I'll let you answer. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this one is kind of it
Fernanda.
says, "What's crazy is your tattoos manifest in real life." So, what have you ever heard one about tattoos cursing yourself? And the second question is, tattoos manifest in real life, man. What do you think about that?
Nah, I don't agree to that.
Yeah.
Uh, I know one thing though. I mean, you get what you like, right? It's like,
Yep.
or you get what you lived through already, huh?
Yeah.
Uh, and another thing, the like my mom, she's a Christian, bro, and she's always like, "Don't get this, cause then that's
Yeah.
bad, it's from the devil
Yeah.
or whatnot." And that's in you. That's if you feel some type of way, man.
Yep.
You might attract that bad, I don't know,
Right.
energy.
Yep.
But
Yep.
if you're good with yourself, if you're happy and stuff, man, you'll be all right.
Yep.
I don't
Yeah.
I
I
don't
think that.
think that's possible to do, to have a tattoo, like, something bad, and then something bad happens. I don't think so. Well,
Yeah.
that's me personally.
Yeah. I think that I think whatever the tattoo you get is just who you are. If you're someone that ends up getting cursed or something, that's not the tattoo that did. That's you that did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
that's
that's
you,
your
man.
energy that you put out
You're
in the
probably,
world.
yeah, you probably doing something bad. You probably into bad, right,
Right.
man.
Right. But I can
Nothing,
see it.
nothing.
Yeah. It could come
Yeah,
down
I
to
don't, I don't.
cultures. Different cultures have different things, and
Right.
when you're little, you're
Or,
taught
or,
different
or
stuff.
I guess another thing, as far as tattoos, that are gang related,
Right?
that
There you
could
go.
that could be something. If you get,
That's a good point.
right, if you get something, let's say, right, so if you live in LA and you're in the area where they wear nothing but red, and you
Right?
wear nothing, and you go with some blue pants or a blue shirt, of course, that's same with
Yep.
tattoos, probably, huh?
Yeah,
Uh,
I would agree. I would
yeah, I
agree.
guess, I guess as
I
far
and
as,
I think too, like when they say that tattoos can manifest in real life, I think that's kind of similar in that, like if you get something you believe on your arm, again, that's your energy making it happen. And you
right,
can. I think if you believe in something or you remember something, like if you get a symbol of strength on your arm, like this cat right here that remembers time, like that's gonna be a powerful, positive thing in his life where he can draw upon that and not repeat those same mistakes or turn to that in times of need. He can look down and he can see and feel the people there that were with him, and he can see that experience. So
yes sir, yes sir. It's like, I got a lot of clients too that get portraits of their kids, their parents, and that's something you're gonna always carry with you,
yeah,
that way, if in bad times, you can always look at them and remind yourself that, you still got something to live for.
yeah, yeah, I agree. Yeah, I want to say thanks to Meow for asking these questions. They're awesome questions, you know, and we love answering them. And they may be different, but they're definitely never trying to say anything bad about the people that are
Right,
asking
right,
questions
right.
like that. It's just different opinions, and different opinions are
Yeah,
always
of
good.
course.
You know what I mean? All right, let's check
Yeah,
out
it's
this next
always.
picture right here. So is that 3? That one's this. Okay, so this one's the next one right here.
Yeah.
This piece right here. This is like almost like another type of, not Dia de Muertos, more like a carnival celebration or something like that. It seems like.
Right. That's the same dude from the first, it was the
Dude,
first
that guy's
image.
got some
Yeah.
sick work on him, man.
Yeah, man. That's his wife, man. That's
What?
his wife. Yeah, we just converted her into like an Aztec princess.
Oh, she's beautiful, man. That guy's a lucky
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah, man. It's a hell of a piece right there, man.
Yeah.
And
What's up with the
that
headpiece on him?
the headpiece, it comes from the cultura, from culture,
Mm,
Aztec. Yeah,
mm,
that's what the princess of the Aztec, they used to use it,
yeah.
and also the necklace. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. And yeah, well, that's his wife, man.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure she was happy. Well, I seen her and she was happy, man. And it was a surprise. She didn't know that.
Right.
She knew that he was gonna get there. Yeah, man.
Was that see that to me as a tattoo artist, like, you better get that one right. That's on your boy.
Yeah,
You're doing his
yeah,
wife,
man.
you know.
Right. It's like when I started doing portraits, it was one thing that I was like, oh man, this better come out the same, man, because it's
Yeah.
not. What you're gonna say, like, oh, I can fit it. Nah, man, that's something you can't really fit.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
That's
it takes
awesome, man.
practice. It takes practice. Practice makes the.
It is. Is there like a different technique? Like if you're doing a portrait versus, say, like just a different big black and gray piece, is there like different techniques you got to use to get that realism right?
Yeah, yeah. You got. Well, me personally, I use a lot of gray wash, a lot of different tones,
Right.
and I work it. I work it from black to medium to light, and then just bring my whites. Uh, there's a lot of tattoo artists out there that work different. Not
Yeah.
everybody works the same. We're all different. There's not such as one way to do it.
Right.
There's plenty of ways to do it. As long as you're comfortable with how you do it, and if it comes out right, why not?
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Whatever, the way that works best. Yeah, and that kind of gets us back to mentors and schooling and learning for yourself. That same strategy of learning to do something successful. Like when kids go to school today, it's like they're all taught the same thing, like this cookie cutter way. But it seems to me the best artists I know have developed their own unique way of doing it.
Right, right, right. Yes,
Yeah,
sir. Yeah,
nice.
that's
Let's
one.
check
As
out
long
this.
as long as you get it right and you get it on point, however you do it, just do it.
Yeah, that
Right.
should be a t-shirt, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like that.
man.
Those are rules for life right there.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's check out this one right here. Oh, let's hit the wrong button here. Bear with me here. So we go this way, and then we come over here. Okay. All right, so here's another kind of Dia de Muerto
Okay.
one. That's
Yeah,
a sick
that's my
piece.
boy, man. That's my boy. Man, he loves partying, man. He's on that age, man.
Right?
He likes all that, man. He likes mariachis, and he likes that
Yeah.
bottle, especially Don Julio.
Don Julio right there. Yep.
Yeah, Don
Yep.
Julio, man.
I like the
For all the
details you
people
got in
out there,
there.
man. Oh yeah, the details on the bottle, man. It was kind of hard to kind of get them right.
Yeah, because it's kind of at that angle too, and it's on glass, so you kind of give it that glare coming off of there.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was a fun piece, man. It was a fun piece.
It's kind of, sometimes it seems to me there's nothing better than a skull sometimes. It's such a, it's such like the quintessential tattoo sometimes. It's worked into so many different pieces, has so many different meanings, but it's a sick piece, man. I like the whole mariachi style on there. It's got some deep
Yeah,
black on the hat too, man. How
yeah,
did you
yeah,
get it
yeah,
that
yeah.
dark?
Well, just pound that dark in there, man. It hurts. It hurts a lot though, especially
Yeah.
when you pounding that
Yeah.
thing in there, man. Yeah. You gotta
Yeah.
pound that, man. Yeah, you you're gonna go through some pain though. But
Yep. What now, let me
yeah,
ask you this. On different skin color types, is each person different, or is like white skin different than like brown skin, or like is there a method there?
yeah. Basically, light skin. It's really, I mean, easy to work with as far as detailing and doing a lot of gray wash. Yeah,
Right?
it's nice to work on light skin. On dark skin, you go more dark than anything. You don't
Right?
really add that little gray wash to it because you won't see it,
Right?
and you use a lot of thick outline so you can be able to see it more.
Is there like
Yeah,
a
so
certain is there like a certain age of people where like skin, because I know like you get like some older people, like the skin gets a little bit maybe not as plastic, you know what I mean? Have you noticed like a certain age where like it's a little bit more difficult to do tattoos than what's that
yeah,
age you think?
I think man, I remember I tattooed this lady. She came. She was about 70, I think, something like that.
Whoa.
She came with her granddaughters.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Yeah, her skin. It was like a baby skin. It was so thin.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, and it's easy to tattoo on that type of skin though.
Really?
It's easy, but it's kind of, you can't really go over it too much because then you cut it. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's easy, but you got to be careful not to do too much to it because then you cause a lot of trauma into the skin.
See, that's another thing too. I think people should know. Like when I got work done from you, you probably had the lightest hand out of all the guys that I've been to so far. And I've been to some good guys, and they all had their own techniques that were awesome. But you had a light hand where, like, you know, it came clean. Like, don't get me wrong. Like some of that stuff hurts. I mean, it's gonna hurt. You got to earn it sometimes. You know what
Right,
I
right.
mean? But the way it healed up and the line work, everything on there, I could feel the lightness of the hand. And I guess that's something similar depending on what kind of skin you're working with. Like, how do you
Yes,
develop a
sir.
technique like that?
Man, I guess just by working with different type of skin.
Yep.
Sunday coming up, man. I'm gonna tattoo this client I got. He's burned. I don't
Oh
know how
wow.
he got burned, but I'm gonna do the whole sleeve and chest plate, and
Yeah.
he's all burned. So just imagine the skin is kind of, it's a little bit more hard yeah, to pound the ink in there. I'm gonna have a little hard time, but it's possible though. It's possible. Uh, yeah, but you just gotta go through different types of skins, man.
Yeah.
And like people that work out there in the sun, like their skin gets a little bit more rough,
Yeah.
so it's hard for them to kind of, for the ink
That's a
to get
good
in
point.
there. Yeah, and all the people that work in construction and all that, yeah, it got a lot to do with that too, man.
Yeah. I've
Yeah,
never I was curious. Have you ever worked on, like, I've seen people that have been burned and have the scars. I guess I got two questions. Have you ever done that before on somebody? And does the how is that as a canvas? In some ways, it seems like it's a little bit more smooth, but I'm wondering how ink shows up on something like that.
well, it ain't smooth at all. It's kind of hard to
I see,
yeah, because once you cut yourself or like you burn yourself, the skin gets a little more thicker.
like callus almost.
Right. So yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, it's a little bit more work to do on skin. And as far as the little light shading, it won't show. So you gotta kind of do nothing but dark.
Yeah,
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 and I guess he just wants to cover the whole burning part.
right.
Yeah, we're doing some, what was it? I think we're doing something like pop booth stuff, some
Mm,
evil texture stuff to kind of
yeah.
blend in the burning part.
Also, you're gonna incorporate the whole burn into it.
Yeah,
That's a sick idea. I can't wait to see that
yeah,
piece, man.
yeah, man. I told the client about that. He wanted something else. He wanted something that he had a lot of light parts and white
Hmm.
spots to it. And I basically told him it was possible, but it wasn't gonna work for his burning parts. You
Right.
you still gonna be able to see that.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was cool with it. He was like, well, whatever you got in mind,
Yeah.
and okay. I like those clients, man, when they're easy to
Right.
work with, you know, and I mean, as a tattoo artist, you know, I want the best for my client. I want
Yeah.
that to show and you know, kind of look perfect, you know,
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
yeah, and like I said, that's easier for me to work with my clients like that because you got some picky ones too, man, out there, you know.
I bet, man.
They're
I
like, no,
bet you
I
get
want it
some.
like this. Yeah, I want it now. And sometimes you're like, well, this is gonna be better though, you know. No,
Yeah.
but I want it like that.
Yep.
Mm, okay, man. You know, if that's what you want, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, I could see some when I was getting some work done at this convention a couple years ago, these two they were cool. It was Rebel and his buddy, and they were working, and you know, you've been there for 5-6 hours, you start talking a little bit of shit, and Rebel's friend had just finished knocking out a piece, so he came up behind me. You know, I was sitting this way, and the guy was working on the back of my arm, and he comes up and he's like, "Oh, Rebel, how come you drew a dick on this guy's arm?" You know what I mean? You know, oh, what? You know, but
Right.
just fucking around. But it's there's that kind of humor that goes on too. You know,
Right.
these
Yeah.
couple
Yeah. For
guys.
sure.
So, but they were telling me some stories about they've had clients that came in and you know the artist trying to work and it's just a bet. Like if you go in to get a tattoo, you should probably try to be as cool as you can to the tattoo artist. You know what I mean? Some people forget
Hmm.
that.
Well, I'll tell you what, though, man. Even as I mean, me personally, I know there's tattoo artists out there that they think they're rock stars. You know, they
Right,
think
right.
they're yeah. There's some out there that they feel special, man. And I don't know. Uh, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
To
There's
each their
people.
own,
There's
you know?
just like clients. You also
Yep.
got those tattoo artists that they think they're the shit. You know.
Yep. Yeah. It works both ways, man. Let me check out this next piece over here.
All right, right. Let me get something to drink real quick,
Yeah,
bro.
handle it, man. I'm gonna get some too.
Get it.
All
Yeah,
right, man.
bro.
Nice. Okay, so I gotta we gotta here's an interesting piece that this one I'm gonna shoot over to a comment that someone watching the show has. So try to
Hmm.
imagine what this would look like. This is coming from me. I got a bodysuit of a 6 feet dragon holding a life-size AK with his feet down my right leg, body going up across my butt cheeks, and the head peeking around in front of me at my ribs. That's probably a sick fucking piece, man. I'd love to see it. But hey,
Damn.
if you're
Yeah,
the
I want to see it too, man.
yeah, post some pictures of that. That sounds fucking awesome. Okay,
Yeah, it's
let's,
a huge piece.
dude. That's a giant. I wonder how long that took, and that like, have you ever tattooed like you like? I guess people come in and get them everywhere, man. Have you ever had like
Oh yeah.
some people get some crazy ones. I've seen some girls and some guys with some crazy tattoos, man. Have you ever had to do a piece that made you feel uncomfortable? Like, I want this
Uh,
lips around my butthole right here, something crazy, man.
no, I had my one of my friends, close friend. He's like, hey, I want to get some roots and some leaves. I'm like, okay, where? He's like,
Yeah.
buy my piece. I'm like, nah. I'm like, I ain't doing that. He's like, man, come on, man. I'll pay more. I'm like, man, it's not about the money, man. I mean, no. I mean, I don't see myself grabbing your piece. And nah, man. You gotta get a girl to do that shit,
Yeah,
man.
right.
Nah, I'm not down for that. Yeah, that's just
That's
crazy.
fucking funny, dude.
Yeah, man. I was nah.
Nice. Okay, let's go with this one here. So here's another one too. This one looks like, is that on the arm right there? Like right on the wrist?
Yeah, that's on the arm. Yeah,
I
there you
see.
go.
Yeah. This is another one too where I look at the eyes, man, and I could just see like the whites of their eyes kind of glaring at me. That's
Yeah,
photorealism at its best right there.
yeah. I think that was his girl too. That's the client's girl.
Yeah.
I did that piece back in Mexico, man.
Oh, this is a different studio back. I can see the background.
Yeah, different studio.
Right. How do you feel like different studio? Do you think that each studio influences your work? Like you're at Rosetown right now. For everybody watching, he's at a Rosetown Tattoos in Santa Rosa, and that's a pretty sick. You got Tavo over there. He's another gangster that's just banging out some beautiful black and gray pieces. Oh, you got a
Hmm.
bunch of great artists in Rosetown, but how do the
Yeah,
different
man.
studios affect? How do they affect the way you work, or do they affect the way you work?
Well, it's always good to have different tattoo artists kind of critique your work
Yep.
for the best. Even if they got something to say, even if they got something a little bad to say, it's good. It's
Yep.
not bad.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's really good. You learn a lot from everybody. And they learn from you. So it's like give me some and I'll give you some. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Absolutely, man. That's sometimes you feed off the people closest to you, and I think everybody gets a little bit better if you have someone that you respect providing you with some constructive criticism. I think you end up being a little bit better. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just
yeah, for sure, for sure.
let me check out
Yeah,
these guys.
man, and with that one and the guys, man, it's a good shot, man.
It
I
is.
always, I always have fun with them, man.
Yeah. Yeah, you had mentioned when I came in, when you came up from the south, you had toured a couple of different shops. And the one thing I remember you saying about Rosetown and Tavo's, these guys are business, man. They're not out partying. I'm sure everybody has fun, but these guys are here for business to do some serious artwork. So, and I think
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah,
shows, man. I think it shows in that shop.
yeah, for sure, man. Everybody
Yeah.
on their own
Who's
lane, man. Just
who was that
do
younger
what?
kid, man? I know we got Tavo there. I know you're there, but who are some of the other artists at Rosetown?
Alex, Alex, Matuti. They call him Matuti.
Nice.
And the other tattoo artist is Dre.
Okay.
So it's four of us.
Yep.
It's four of us. Yeah.
Is it like do you is the shop set up like you got like a black and gray guys, you have like a color guy, you have like a traditional guy? Is each person like fill a role or does everybody kind of can maneuver around?
Basically, let me see. Taiwo, Alex, and I we do black and gray. Well, yeah, all of us we do black and gray,
Yeah.
and yeah, what basically everybody they got their own clientele.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
we take walk-ins every day. We take walk-ins.
Yep. Yeah. All right, let me hit this one up right here. Okay, so here's one's like a full sleeve right here. Did you do this entire sleeve?
Yes, sir.
I like the
Yeah,
flow to it.
there's a portrait of her mom.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a portrait. She passed away though. There's a portrait of her mom, and yeah, basically we didn't finish that sleep yet, but yeah, I had fun with that piece, man. The picture it was kind of hard to kind of manage to get the full details on her face
Yeah.
since it was an old picture, man. But
Mm.
nowadays, you got them ads where you can
Yep.
kind of you know fit them old pictures and
Yep.
they get better. Yeah, man. It was a nice piece. I remember it took like 2 sessions, I think.
How did you do, like, how do you decide what the transition should be? Like, you have the lines that kind of draw them together, and they start up top and they come down over the eye, but and then you got the lights around the dove. Like, how do you figure out what the transition is going to be? Like, how do you figure out how to do those lines like that?
Man, I mean, you just picture it. I picture her on my head first.
Right.
I look at her arm, and I kind of see where I want the face, where I
Yep.
want the dove, and yeah, I just kind of picture already in my head.
Yeah.
Kind of make it float into the arm. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, I guess like I said earlier, it's nothing but practice.
Right.
When I started, I'll tell you one thing though, I wasn't doing this type of work. I was doing some trash ass work.
You
You
got to
know,
start somewhere. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's just practice, bro. You just gotta kind of picture the whole picture. Kind of put it in your head how it should look, how it's gonna look. And like I said, you gotta have those clients that they're gonna trust you to be like, "All right, do what
Yep.
you do what you gotta
Yep.
do, man." Because like I said, you have those that they're picky, man. If they don't let you work,
Yeah.
doesn't mean you kind of yeah, you can make it flow, man. You just gotta yeah, yeah. But thank God, man, I got some good clients.
Yeah, I admire that. Like, see, when I see the piece, like, there's a lot of good tattoo artists out there, but what I think sets the ones I like the best over the others is like the transitions like that. Like, anybody, you could put good individual pieces on a sleeve, but when you can tie them together and make that
Right.
one
Make
big
them.
piece, you know what I
Right.
mean?
Right. 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 Yeah.
Like,
That's what. Yeah. That's what kind of makes the whole sleeves and chest
yep,
plate and back piece,
yep,
socks. Yeah, man. That's what makes the process of the
yeah,
tattoo kind of motivate you, to see the
yep,
end and the outcome of how everything could look together.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm
All right,
Yeah,
we're moving on to
you always gotta have that space. Once you do a piece and it's you still got a lot to work with, you
yep.
kind of want to leave some space in order to kind of connect the second piece.
Yeah, so this one you've incorporated like that negative space. You know what I mean? Like you've got the
Hmm
skin that's providing the background canvas for that. Like that's something that maybe is, I mean, it seems like in the last 10, maybe 15 years, artists have really been up in their game and using the skin as part of the picture. You know what I mean? Like it's kind
Yes,
of,
sir. Yeah,
I
you
like
got a
that.
lot to do with your body type also, bro.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, to kind of make them fit together.
Yeah. All right, let's check out this next one right here. Here's another photorealism, man. This one, I picked out this one just because, man, this is like looking at a photo. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, what?
that's my mom right there.
What? No
Yeah,
way.
man, that's my
Oh, I'm
mom.
stoked.
Yeah, that's my brother. I did the portrait on my brother.
Man, I can see the extra love you put in there. You know what I mean? Like you took the time to make it like, I'll make this one perfect, man. Yeah. What's
Yeah,
up to
man.
Leo's mom, man? Is your mom still around?
Yeah, she's in Texas right now. She's
Okay.
back in Houston, Texas. She came to visit me. What, like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, some shit like that. Yeah, yeah. She came to visit us, man. She was here like for 2 weeks straight.
What did she say when she saw your brother's piece?
Oh, she was happy, man. She
Yeah.
was happy. Yeah.
Yeah.
She didn't like the shading right here under the eye. She was like, man, how can I'm like, nah, you gotta show how the picture is. That's how you look, you know what I'm saying?
Yep, yep. No, that's
Yeah.
classic, man. That's classic. I like the fact that it's like one brother did the work, the other brother got the piece, and then the mom's over here saying, "Wait a minute, it's a
Right,
family
right,
affair."
right.
That's super cool.
Yeah, man.
All right, now we're coming into these kind of bigger chess pieces right here, man. I
Yeah.
this one looks to me like I look at the perspective of this one as an artist, like you get like that seems like an interesting way, like it's on an interesting piece of the body, and then the head is facing down a certain way. Like, how did you get that perspective on there?
You know what? There's always a right way to kind of have the tattoos kind of if the tattoo's looking
Right,
forward or like yeah, that way you kind of gotta have them looking straight into like your how can you say yeah in front of you.
yeah,
You can't have them looking outside. It's not it's
yeah,
not it's not the right way. Also on your arms and everything like on your legs, they're supposed to look that way, like in front of right, like straight.
right,
They
right.
can't you can't have them look in the back like towards the back. That's not the correct way. I learned that I don't know how long ago. But yeah, I learned that because I did a piece and I kind of did it facing backwards,
Right,
and yeah, it wasn't right, man. A lot of people were like, "Hey, you got it wrong. You're supposed to turn that other way."
right. It kind of
Yeah,
flows
and
with the body.
right, you got to flow with the body. Yeah, that's the Virgin Mary, man. The statue of the Virgin Mary.
Yeah, I,
Yeah,
I
so
like,
you gotta
yeah,
go
I
ahead.
like the, like when I look at the right side of her face, like it's it's perfect how you can see just the edge of it right there. Like like the nose covers up a little bit, but then it
Oh, okay,
flows
yeah,
with the shoulder. You know what I mean? Like that. That to me blew me away. Just the perspective of that.
right, right. Yeah, I've done her so many times already, man.
Yeah,
Different angles. So that statue got a lot of different angles, so that's the thing about that.
yeah.
Good thing about that statue, man. Ven, mi amor. Fernanda, puedes prestar el teléfono? ¿Cuál que te lo presto? Que te presto, mamá. My bad, bro. My
Dude,
little
not at
girl,
all, man.
man.
Dude, family and kids are more important than any interview will ever be, man. You know what I mean? I got a kid too, and look, I love the fact that we have them and we got them around and they see what you're doing, and it's
Yes,
beautiful to
sir.
me, man. So you ain't never got to
Yeah.
apologize to me, man. Especially kids are our future. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm always
Absolutely.
home. When I'm always home, she's always wants to be around me,
Of course, you're
And
her dad, man. I
yeah,
mean,
I got here earlier, right? And I was getting ready for this, so she was still asleep though. So I
yep.
kind of went in it to get a shirt, and boom, she woke up. I'm like, oh shit. She
Yeah,
seen
she's
me and
like, Dad.
she got up. She's like, nah, I ain't going back to sleep no more.
Yeah. That's a cool thing doing what you do. Like it makes me a little envious, man. Like you have the ability to spend time with your family and be around and you can schedule your day like that. I think that's a really cool thing, especially nowadays when so many kids they don't they don't have both mom and dad are working, or
Yeah,
they're
I
stressing.
can
So
I
I
can
think it's
I
cool.
can relate to that, man. I can relate to that. My mom and she used to have two jobs,
Yeah.
and I used to be out there, man, the
Yep.
streets.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, I
It's
used
tough.
to. Yeah, it was crazy, man. And
Yep.
yeah, I love that the fact that I can just book my appointments at a certain time where I can spend more time with my family.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's gonna be important later. Like the more time you're around your kids, the more they're learning. You know what I mean? Like you said, your mom's hustling, trying to put food on the table, and you're out and about doing what young guys do. So
Yeah,
when you can be around, even when it seems like the kids aren't paying attention, they're always paying attention. You know what I
yeah,
mean? They're
man.
always watching, they're always learning. So
Yeah, yeah. That's the one thing when and that's something parents. I mean, us parents, we don't really see much. We got to pay more attention to that. Kind
yeah.
of yeah, conversate with them, especially right now in this era. It's
What did
it's
you?
different.
It is, man. Was your mom or people in your family, were they good at art? Like, is that something that runs in your family?
You know what? My grandma was.
I can see that.
Yeah, my grandma was. She used to draw. My parents, not so much.
How do
Not so much.
how do you know? Like, do you remember being a kid and seeing your grandma draw, or did she have paintings? Like, how did you get to know your grandma was a good artist?
There's videos like of yeah when I was a kid and I used to be like on her lap and we used to be drawing stuff. Yeah.
To trip out on that, like, so you were a kid sitting on your grandma's lap while she was drawing. Your daughter's just sitting on your lap right now while you're talking about your artwork. You know what I mean? Like,
Right, right.
dude,
And
that's
she loved to draw too, man.
yeah.
Yeah, later on she might be the second generation of the tattoo artist.
Dude, she was making statues in Italy. You know what I mean? Like, I
Right,
learned this from my
damn.
dad and my grandma.
Speaking about statues, man. Oh man, that's creative right there, man.
It is, man. Have you like it seems to me like I've seen a lot of artwork in the shop. Do you venture out to other kinds of like sculpting or drawing or painting, or do those ever something you're passionate about or like
I've
to do?
done paintings before, you know. Yeah, I've done paintings. Uh, that's about it though, man. Drawings, I did them when I was incarcerated, but
Right?
not anymore. Yeah, I like tattooing more, man. That's
Yeah.
that's that's my thing. Yeah,
Is it
I
transition over? Like it seems to me like if you're using the machine, can you use obviously skin is a different kind of canvas than poster board or any kind of paper, but does that skill transfer over? Like if you can be a good tattoo artist, can you be good at drawing or painting?
yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's one thing. A lot of uh a lot of people that paint and man, they can easily pick up a tattoo machine and start messing with it, man. They'll get the hang of it quick. Yeah, that's one thing that it helps a lot, man. When you're tattooing and you want to do something else, you get more how can you say it, man? You get more, you kind of level up your experience on, doing
Yeah,
more things, and that takes it to a level where once you tattooing, you kind of learn more how to, do different texture,
yeah,
shadings and stuff. Yeah, man. Most
yeah,
definitely. Yeah, that helps a lot. And one thing about tattooing, a lot of people ask me this, like they're like, you gotta know how to draw, so you can tattoo. I'm like, nah, not really. There's a lot of tattoo artists out there. They don't know how to draw, but
yeah,
they still tattoo good pieces. You know what I'm saying? As long as they follow a straight line and they do the certain shading as the image, man, that's plenty of that's good, man. It's not so much as far as knowing how to draw. I mean, it's a good thing though.
yeah,
Don't get me wrong. There's tattoo artists out there. They don't know how to draw, and they're beasts, man. There's some good tattoo artists out there.
yeah. There is, man. Let me check out this next slide over here. Let's see what we got. Hey, look at
Oh,
this
that's
guy
your
right
piece
here.
right there, man.
Yep, yep, yep.
Yeah.
So for everybody watching, I had this piece was started by Richie Lucero down at Black Cat, who's a phenomenal artist too. And then I got Leo to come in and finish it off for me. So I feel like this one's kind of special to me because I think I got two of the greatest artists working together like a tag team back in the day, you know. So thank you for this one, man. And this one
Nah,
healed
thank
up.
you, man. Thank you for
Yeah,
letting me bring it back to life, bro.
yeah, man. I'm
I had
super
fun with it,
stoked.
man.
Yeah. What did we do? We did like 6 hours, maybe 5.5, something like that.
Yeah, something like that, man. You
Yeah.
took it like a champ, huh?
Hey, thanks, man.
Took it
Thanks.
like a champ, bro.
That's what it takes, you know. I want to be, I want it to be the best I can. So I want to come in and I don't want to take like 10p breaks or complain about anything. You know what I mean? Because I
Right.
figure the more I mess with the artist when he's working, the less it takes away from the concentration. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
I'm stoked. Let me move
Yeah,
on to
that's
the next
right.
one here, man. I'm super stoked on that.
Yeah,
This is a pretty
that's
sick
dope.
chess piece too, man. This is kind of the Aztec with like an Asian influence almost.
That's a Asian. Yeah, that's an Asian piece.
That's an Asian piece right there. Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
sick piece, man.
yeah.
It's
That's
is it? It's
my
like a
boy.
Chinese.
That's my boy Gary, man. He's a barber. He's a barber. I was gonna get my cuts from him.
Nice, man.
Yeah, man. I believe we got the whole chest almost done, bro.
Dude, that's pretty intricate too. That one's got a lot of sharp detail in there, man.
Yeah, if you can see, like he got another tattoo right there, some
Right?
lettering and some
Like some script
dubs.
or something. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, we covered that up already, man.
So what
We
did
just
he
need
add to
we
this
just
piece?
need the background.
He's got other
He
pieces.
got some like some dogs. I don't know
I
what they're
see.
called.
Foo
Some
dogs, I
dogs.
think.
Yeah, there you go. Those.
Yep.
Yeah, he got those on each side.
Oh, nice, man. It
Yeah, we
looks
just
like
need
a
the
sick
background
piece.
to it.
Nice. That looks like a barber's tattoo, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I could see that. I could see that fitting him.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. He always takes it like a champ too, man. He don't complicate.
Yeah.
He never gets complicated with the tattoos he gets, man. It's smooth, man. Everything runs smooth.
You know what? Like I noticed too, and it may not be like this all the time, but it seems to me in some of like the Asian cultures, like the Asian dragons, and then like the Aztec, like Quetzalcoatl and stuff. Like it seems to me like there's a lot of not the same details, but there is like a lot of details in the background. You know, it's almost like a little bit of a crossover right there.
Right. Yeah, there is, bro.
All right,
Yeah,
let's check.
man.
This piece right here kind of blew my mind, man. Like it's just it, the view, like on the like I've seen some pretty cool neck tattoos, but I love the angle on this one, man. Like it's a perfect angle. It's popping out, you know, and it's fierce, man. What tell us about this tattoo?
That's I remember Oprah wanted a wolf. He wanted a growling type, huh? And I remember we were looking through a bunch of images to get the right one, man. Yeah, we went through different options. At the end, we got to this one, man, and he liked it. And I was like, well, if you want to look kind of mean, we can add a little bit of blood, you know. I kind of put color in his eyes,
Yep.
make him look kind of sick. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And
Yep.
yeah, man, it was a good piece. I mean, it's kind of hard to tattoo on the neck, man. It's one of the parts of the body where it's kind of hard to work on. The
Is that because
neck,
it's always
the
moving, or how
sides.
come? How come it's
Yeah,
hard?
well, the
Like,
skin is kind of more
yeah,
kind of stretchy and stuff.
yeah, that's a good
So
point.
you gotta, yeah, it's kind of hard to tattoo the neck. But
Yeah,
yeah, we got it done, man. He took it like a champ too, man. I got some good clients, man.
yeah. Is that like a
Yeah, man.
sensitive spot on the neck right there?
Oh yes, behind the ear, bro.
Yeah,
Oh man, something else.
yeah. It seems like wherever
Yeah,
there's not a whole lot of muscle, man, like right when it's on the bone, man, with the ribs, or the center of your chest, or those seem like some pretty tender spots.
yeah, it is tender, man. A
All right,
lot.
let's check this one. This piece, man. Whoo! This is like half Poseidon, half Medusa. It looks like to me.
Yes, sir. That's it took us
Woo!
2 sessions, man.
That took 2 sessions.
Yes, sir.
I thought it would take like 6 sessions. That's a
No, it
lot
took
of
two.
work, man.
The thing about her, that's back home in Texas. She was running kind of late on time, like as far as being there in Houston. She was gonna go back to Colombia,
Oh wow.
so she had a few days. So I'm like, well, we can do this. We can probably do half of it in one session, and you can come back like in 3 days
Yeah.
and do the rest. Yeah, man.
Man. What and how long was each session?
I want to say like 4 or 5.
Right?
Yeah,
Man, it's a
yeah,
sick
man.
piece. I saw
Yeah.
that one and I
I
was like,
had,
oh
I
man.
had, I had a lot of fun with the hair, man.
Hmm.
With the little, yeah, the hair was the fun part.
Yeah. Got the snake's tongue coming out on that side. And you know
Right,
what? Like that's a unique piece. Like a lot of times, I've noticed over the years, Greek gods come into fashion, and then like the girl with the headdress comes into fashion, and then like there's just different fashions that come in. But this piece, I've never seen anything like it. Like this is a unique piece that never really came in or never really. I guess they never really go out of fashion, but it's a
right.
cool. I've never seen a piece like this, man. So well done. Is that something she came in
Thank
with,
you.
or
She had the idea of that, man, and then we kind of put it together.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah?
man.
That I like the originality of that, man. It's amazing, man. It's well done.
Yeah, and that's another person that she took it like a champ, man. And
Yeah, two sessions.
yeah, 2 sessions, man. And it was a nice piece to work with, man. I had some clients that they move a lot or kind of they
Mm,
be stopping you like, hey, hold on, let's take a
yeah.
break. You know what I'm saying? But nah, she was a good uh person to work with, man.
Did you just take two? Did you find the picture of Medusa and then the picture of Poseidon, or and then put them side by side, or how did that come into being?
Yeah, yeah. The like you said, man. We kind of combined them. I gave her the idea of kind of doing both at the same image, same
Yeah,
kind of phase. Because the her first idea was of having both of them in the back. That was gonna take a little longer.
yeah,
Because we needed a like a background to it, you know.
yeah.
So especially because her running out of time, she was gonna go back home. We kind of uh, got creative with it, and yeah, she loved it, man. She was happy with it.
Yeah, man. What is that? Did she have a story behind that? Like it seems like she loves the ocean, but she's also turned people to stone, or like, did she have a story behind why she wanted to get those two pieces?
Not really.
Right?
She just loved the story behind Medusa.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
always amazing.
man.
All right, we got another big piece coming up right here. Let's see what we got. Do this piece right too. Woo, man. I, I don't even know where to start at. Like it's good
Yeah,
versus evil. It's
good
like
versus
beauty,
evil.
man. It's sick, dude. What? Tell us about this piece.
That took 3 sessions, I think. I believe it took 3 of them. And yeah, basically what you said, man. Good and evil. Good
Yep.
and evil, man. Yeah, I
Man,
had a lot of fun with the dogs.
they look
You know.
amazing, man.
Yeah, the dogs they look clean.
Yeah.
The background, that's we just did the background. Just like freehand type,
Yeah.
the clouds and all that. Yeah.
You know, you were telling me like it kind of you were telling me about a guy that he does like a lot of demons. I forgot the guy's name, man. Remember the guy you were telling me about?
Power booth.
Yeah, okay. That maybe this is some influence of him. Like, tell the audience about that guy and what you told me about him.
Oh man, he's a amazing tattoo artist, man. He just basically goes off his head,
Yeah.
whatever, you know. I believe back then, a couple of years ago, I looked into his waiting list. It was like
Hmm.
4 or 5 years of like waiting list.
Wow.
Yeah,
And
a lot
people
of
just
people want to get tatted by him.
yeah. I'm always amazed to talk to the tattoo artists I like and then ask who they like. You know what I mean? It's like it's cool
Yeah,
to see those influences,
yeah, man. He does a lot of evil, man. A lot of evil stuff, and I
right?
mean, I like all that tetra he does.
Yeah.
And like I said, you just be like, all right, I want him to get my arm, and he goes off, man. You know, that's
Yep.
one thing I like about him, that he just I would just don't,
Yeah.
freehand.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's a whole nother that's a different kind of artist, you know what I mean? Or
Yes, sir.
he's on a certain level. All
Yeah,
right. Let's check it here. How about dude? This piece too blew my mind, man. I had to stop for a minute and be like, damn, like this is the whole incorporation of negative space. It's got the eyes in there, and it looks like it
yeah,
fits this guy perfect, man. He looks like he's a bear
right. It's uh, it's
or a wolf.
he's a good lawyer, man. He's an
Hmm.
amazing lawyer, man. It's and the wolf, man. You know what I'm saying? Kind of,
Yeah,
yeah. It took 3 sessions, man.
it's a big piece, man.
Yeah, it's huge, bro. It's huge. I remember I started from the top down, man, and yeah, it was crazy.
Man.
I like the detailing I did with the hair.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. It took.
Well, how did you do that? Like, is that did you use this like the 13 needles on that, or what did
Yeah,
you
there you
use for
go.
this one?
Yeah, the shader. I kind
Yep.
of always when I do hair
Hmm.
on like even people or animals, I always use the shader to do it. It gives more of that little detail of the hairness.
Yeah. Yeah, it's almost like 3D. You know, when I look at it, like
Yeah,
I feel like I'm simultaneously looking into it, but it's also coming out of his back. You know what I mean?
yeah. That was a nice piece, man.
Had
I
had
remember that.
how does this one has this what was this piece like in the had you done multiple back pieces before you did this one, or have you ever done anything like this one before doing that one?
Not no, not like that. I've done a lot of back pieces, but not like that. Not like just a one thing.
Yeah, yeah,
But it's a great idea, man.
it
In
is.
the long run, it's better because the the piece itself it kind of it lasts long, on the
Yep,
detailing and stuff. Because if you see like small tattoos in time, like from 5 years from now or 10, they kind of look different. The
yep,
the the outline kind of stretches out a little bit, so
yep.
you kind of lose that little detailing and stuff. And in big pieces, they last longer, man.
Yeah,
So yeah, I always recommend people to get big pieces, man. And
yeah,
yeah, that way,
yeah,
also, from far away you can see it. You don't have
yeah.
to get so close to see what it is.
Yeah, it's I think that's what it is. Like I've seen a lot of back pieces and a lot of them have a lot of imagery going on. You know, they have a whole story they're telling. And this one tells a
Right.
story too, but it's just right in your face, man. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see what we got here. So that's the last piece I ended up on there, man. Like Leo, I just want to tell people, man, I had an amazing adventure, man, coming to your shop, meeting you, and I really appreciate your skills as an artist and spending time with me and the audience, man. I'm gonna put your stuff in the show notes, but tell everybody on the video right here, like where can they find you, like what do they need to know about you, and like where can people go to see more of your stuff?
All right. No, hey, thank you for your time too, for having me, man.
Yeah, man,
I
my
really
pleasure.
I had a lot of fun, man. And I'm looking forward, man, to go to Hawaii, man.
Yeah, let's
Hopefully
figure
take
it
a
out.
few
Let's get
trips back there, man.
yeah,
Uh,
I would love to see it happen, man.
Yes, sir. And well, you can find me in Instagram, Leo Roman 713, or Facebook, Leo Tattoos,
Okay.
uh, all capital. And yeah, I'm in Santa Rosa, man. Santa
Yep.
Rosa, Rosetown Tattoo Studio. Yeah, we're here, you know. We're just trying to make everybody happy, man, that loves tattoos.
Yep.
Yeah, we're
That's
trying to
it.
give that good experience, man. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, man, I always had fun having my clients leave happy. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
With a great
Yeah.
piece, and hopefully, you know, if that changed their way of thinking, or kind of just relieving some stress out, man. I'm always good, you know, to talk about my clients, man. I mean, talk to my clients. My bad.
Yeah.
Talk to my clients as far as anything, man. You know, I always have a good time doing that, man, because I can get some stuff out of me too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, man. Tattoos, man. That's one thing, man. I love to do it, and I think a lot of people look at it differently nowadays, because back then it was something bad to look at. You know,
Yeah.
they'll think more as a dangerous dude or a gangster or stuff like that. But now, you know, nowadays it's different, man.
It is. It's a lot different, man. And you do a phenomenal job. And I just want to say, if you guys are out there, you're watching this, you're looking for a black and gray specialist, and you find yourself in California or you find yourself on the West Coast, I think Leo Roman's your guy, man. You're gonna walk in that shop. It's all business. He's gonna take care of you. You ain't gonna leave there unless you're happy, and you're gonna get some money well spent. It's gonna be something you have with you forever. It's gonna be a cool story, and you're gonna make a cool friend if you sit down with this guy. And I think you can learn a lot. And like I said, it's like therapy. You're gonna get a lot out and learn about artwork. You're gonna learn about yourself, and you're gonna learn a lot about that. I'm super stoked that you got to spend time with me, and you have a beautiful family, man. I'm stoked that I
Thank you,
got to
bro.
meet your daughter and chit
Thank you,
chat a
thank
little
you.
bit, dude.
Well,
And
hopefully
so,
you meet everybody soon, man. Once I take a trip over there, man.
without a doubt, man, open invitation, and we'll talk to some guys out here, and maybe you can do some guest work. And I think it's a great place to be, and people love it out here. I love it out here. And I'll tell you this: if you're watching this show, you get a tattoo from Leo, you're gonna love it the same way. Check him out on Instagram. Check him out on Facebook. All his stuff's gonna be in the show notes, and you can reach out to him and let him know what you guys think. So that's what we got for today, ladies and gentlemen. Anything else you want to leave the people with, Leo?
Shit, y'all have a blessed day, blessed
Nice.
life, man. And thank you for having me, George.
Yeah, pleasure's all mine. Hang on one second. I'm going to end the video, but I'll still talk to you for a sec.
All right,
All
bro.
right. Aloha, everybody. Thank you so much for watching.